Hi everyone, let us discuss today D&D point group. The order of D&D point group. (4n). Order of D&D point group is 4n. The elements are in D&D point group is E plus n minus 1 number of Cn's plus n number of C2's will be there. In addition to that, there will be n sigma d's plus there will be n number of s2n's will be there, right? Here when n is equal to odd, right, the D&D point group will consist inversion center. When n is equal to even, the D&D point group will have absent of inversion center. Right. That's how the D&D point group. When we go specifically for the D&D point group, we will be go with D2D point group, where the order of D2D is 4n. It means 4 into 2 it equal to 8. So D2D point group elements are E plus C2 plus 2 secondary axis plus 2 sigma d's plus there will be 2 S4s. It may have 2 S4s. It will never have inversion center because the n is even number, right? 2 is the even number, so there will be the absent of inversion center, right? So here when we go with the example, the best example to examine the D2D point group is allene molecule, where it is an C3H4 CH2 double bond C double bond CH2, right? That's the molecular formula. So when we check this particular structure, right, it would be we directly cannot be express this, right? To exactly show the orientation of atoms, right, stereochemistry of atoms, we mostly draw it in a vertical cube, in a what we can say in a cube. We will represent that. This is the cube where the centrally situated 3 carbons will be there, right? And the hydrogens will be positions into the positions can be suggested as the diagonals of 2 opposite phases, right? The hydrogens of 2 methylene groups will be arranged in the alternative positions of the cube, or the 2 opposite phases opposite corner phases will have hydrogens, right? So here if we are having one hydrogen H3A, right, this if we are considering 1 2 3, the third carbon connecting hydrogen will be here, and it's alternatively here H3B will be there, right? So same when it comes for the carbon one, right, this is the position H1A it has, and this is the position H1b it has. Sorry, here not, here will be H1b, here it is, right? So that's how the bonding, right? The alternative sides of the cubic is arranged by the hydrogens. At the middle there are 3 carbon sides, right? Have you got alternative side? Altogether the cube will have, rectangular cube will have 8 corner sides. So in this 8 alternative corners will be the 4. In thus 4 alternative corners, the 4 hydrogens will be arranged, right, like this, right? So that's how the allene molecule it has, right? So within the molecule, within the model projection, we can draw like this, right? We can have the allene molecule like this, where it will be have centrally situated 3 carbons, in linearly arranged, right? And for corner carbon sites there will be hydrogen groups, right? Here the 2 hydrogens and here the another 2 hydrogens, right? So that's how the allene molecule, right? Here looking for the symmetry elements, right? Doing 360 degrees rotation, 0 degrees rotation, it generates an identical configuration, will have identity, right? Will surely have identity. So I don't bother about this. You can write here. I want to go with rotational axis. So considering taking an axis which passes through all the carbon sites, right, and having 180 degrees of rotation, right, passing an axis passing through all the atom, right, considering an axis passing through all the atom and doing 180 degrees of rotation, right, what happens, it is the carbon 1 and carbon 2 and carbon 3 positions will get retains, whereas the hydrogens, what happens, once they get rotate 180 degrees of rotation, right, here to here the complete half cycle of rotation will substitute them each methylene's hydrogen, right? This methylene hydrogens will get exchanges, right, as the half rotation from the H3A to H3B will come. The H3B, when it gets the half rotation, it reaches the H3A position, right? So like this, the H3B will be here in the down, H3A will come. Same to that, the other methylene groups hydrogens also, when they do half complete rotation, 180 degrees of rotation, what happens, the H1A reaches to the H1B and H1B will reaches the H1A, isn't it or not, right? 1B here, H1A here, right? So after all the shifting of similar atoms, right, the hydrogens of each methylene getting exchanged, so the generating configuration will be equivalent configuration, will be surely equivalent configuration. Then the rotation axis, then the rotation, what we do, the operation will be rotation axis of symmetry. One time equivalent, doing second time identical configuration will be gets identical configuration. In the allene molecule, the carbons are at the middle, carbon 1, 2, 3, and the hydrogens are arranged in an alternate position of rectangular cube, where when we apply an axis passing through all the carbon atoms, right, horizontally, when we apply an axis and do 180 degrees of rotation, right, doing 180 degrees of rotation, right, the carbon will retains their position, the carbon positions may not be changed, right, while we do the rotation, where the carbons are like this. When we do the rotation, the carbon positions may not be changed, right? 1 2 3 get retained, whereas the hydrogen positions will get exchanges, right? The H3A and H3B will get exchanged their position, as well as the H1A and H1B will get exchange their position, right? How it happens, you just look at, right? You just go with these two phases of the rectangular cube. They are like this, right? On top there is an H3A is there, on down there is an H3B is there, right? Whereas in opposite of that, right, the H1A and H1B will be in here, right? In this manner, in the like this, they have the H3A and H3B. In this manner there will be H1A and H1B. So here we are horizontally we are applying an axis which is on doing 180 degrees of rotation, right? The plane, when it rotated into 180 degrees of rotation, right, what happens, the H3A will gets to the position of H3B, and H3B will gets to the position of H3A, right? So these two hydrogens will get replaces each other like this, right, like this. And the H1A and H1B also, upon rotation of 180 degrees, right, the H1A will reaches to the H1B position, and H1B will gain the position of H1A, right, like this, right? So after all the rotation, now keeping in thus in the mind, the configuration from here to here, the change will be happens like this, right? The change will be takes place. The H3s will be get replaces, H1s will get replaces, right, each other. When the similar hydrogens are getting replaced each other, the configuration is equivalent configuration. Even with the original configuration, when we compare, it will be an equivalent configuration. You will come to know, right? At middle 3 carbons, in the generated configuration, and the corners of this particular corners are hydrogens it have, and here there is an hydrogens, and this particular phase will have top down hydrogen, and here it has top down hydrogen. So similarities are there, but not 100% equal, since the hydrogen atoms are replaced each other, right? H1A is here, here H1B it is, right? Here what H1B it is, and here it is H1A. Like this, the labeling will differentiate these two configuration. Other than that, the similarities are same. So far, this is the configuration will be called as equivalent, right? So doing second time, it surely generates an identical configuration by having same axis, doing same angle of 180 degrees of rotation. Again, this H3B, H3A will get replaces like this, and H1A and H1B get replaces like this, where this is the configuration. When we compare with original, it would be an 100% equal configuration. So it called as identical configuration. Like this, there is an one second fold rotational axis can be possible, that when we repeat another 180 degrees of rotation, we would like to take an axis like this, right? Here we have horizontal, right, axis we taken in horizontal. Here we have to go with vertical. Here you check about these phases, right, top and down phases, right? In top and down phases, how the hydrogens are arranged. With this, when we rotate, what happens, right? As it is vertically passing, right, it will passes through carbon 2, right? So it is passes through only carbon 2, nothing but the carbon 1 and 3 also get replaced, right, get change their position, right? So upon doing the rotation, right, upon doing the upwardly, when we do the rotation, what happens, the carbon 1 will reaches to the carbon 3 position, and carbon 3 gets the position of carbon 1, like this. 3 and 1, 2 will remains at the same position, right? That is the one. When it come to hydrogens, right, the upward phase, hydrogens having this particular diagonal shape, 3a and 1a. When it is rotated, what happens, the 3a will reaches till to the 1a position, H1a position, and H1a, when it is rotated 180 degrees, it reaches the H3a position, like this. So far, here H3a is replaced by H1a, and H1a is replaced with H3a, right? So same to that, the below hydrogens, when we see H1b and H3b also get exchange their position, where here H3b and here H1b will come. So in comparative, again the similar atoms H are replaced and carbons are replaced. So far this particular configuration is an equivalent configuration. Generating an equivalent configuration with 180 degrees of rotation, then thus the axis will be called as second fold rotational axis. Doing second time equivalent identical configuration gets, right. So the upward phases we are considered, and doing 180 degrees of rotation has transformation of this to this, where the uh, exchange of similar hydrogens are taken place, and the middle carbons also exchanged and got this particular configuration, and it is equivalent, and that is what the second fold rotational axis, right. So going with another rotational axis, right, another rotational axis, again it is a an axis which is passing through central carbon C2 only. This is the C2 and rotating like this, right. So here front and back planes we have to consider, front and back planes like this, right. And middle we are having an axis by which we are doing the 180 degrees of rotation, right. So here in this case also it is passing through only carbon 2. So far the carbon 1 and carbon 3 get replaced, right. While we do rotation, what happens, from the topward the carbon 3 gets the position of carbon 1, and from the downward the carbon 1 gets the position of carbon 3. So like this, right. Here the carbon 1 and here the carbon 3, right. Coming to the hydrogen positions, when we check the hydrogen position, back side we have the H1a and H3a, H1b and H3a, right, like this. In the back side we have H1b and H3a, and in the front what we have, H1a and H3b, H1a and H3b, right, in the front side. In the back side, when we consider, in the back side we have H1b and H3a, in the front side we have H1a and H3a, right, like this. So doing rotation, what happens, in the front side when we observe, this particular H1a will reaches the H3b position upon 180 degrees of rotation, and H3a 3b will reaches to the H1a position. Same to that, the rotation of 180, it also replaces the H3a till to the H1b position, and H1b gets the H3a position, like this, right, like this. After all, when we have the same writing here in the projection, right, so these corners are occupied by the hydrogens in the back, right, here also occupied by the hydrogens. These corners are occupied by the hydrogens in the front. Here in the front face also the same corners are occupied by the similar hydrogens, right. So having similar hydrogen replacement from original to generated configuration, it will be a equivalent configuration. So thus 180 degrees of rotation will be called as second fold rotational axis, second fold rotational axis. Doing second time, it will be a identical configuration, it will give you a identical configuration, right. That's how the three rotational axes are possible in the alene molecule, where when we see the one of the axis is passing through 3 carbon atom, the other two C2 rotational axes are passing through only center single carbon, right. So having all three same second fold rotational axis, the principal axis is projected as defined reflected or defined as the three atom passing second fold rotational axis. This is the 3 atom passing second fold rotational axis, so this will be considered as principal axis. Maximum atom passing C2 axis is the principal axis, this is the one, right. So other two will be the secondary axis. So like this the rotational axis are possible. Now going with the dihedral plane, possibility of dihedral plane, right. So the molecule, again assuming and it's drawing in an rectangular cube, will have such structure where initially we are applying the plane through all the 3 carbons and through one of the methylene's hydrogen, right. here the one methylene hydrogen methylene hydrogens are there, here the other methylene hydrogens are there. There are two methylene groups are there, CH2 CH2. The CH2 group will be called as methylene group, right? So here the plane how we are considering is which is passing through all the three carbon atoms and one of the methylene hydrogens, right? One of the methylene group hydrogens we are passing, right? The third carbon's methylene group we are taking in plane, where when we take thus, right, it will be middle for the hydrogen 1 methylenes, right? Carbon 1 methylene hydrogens will be at the middle, right? It will passes through like that, right? So this when we represent, right, here this is how the rectangular cube it will be, right? So the corners how we are taking, these are the two corners, right? Above face when we consider, these are the diagonal corners are having the hydrogens, and below there will be these two corners, right? The opposite corners will have opposite diagonal corners will have the two hydrogens, right? Let us see, these are the, right, for these two corners the opposite in the downal face these, right? The opposite are these, in down will be these, right? These are the two, will remain the other two hydrogens, right? So these are the two hydrogens and these are the two hydrogen places it has, right? Allene will has in middle it will be have three carbons, right? So here how we are applying the dihedral plane is we are applying a plane which is passing through one of the methylene hydrogen, one of the site of methylene hydrogen. Here we have here one hydrogen sites. From thus if we are applying the plane, right, what happens, it passes through these two hydrogens and also passes through three of the middle carbon sides, right? This is the diagonal we are going with, right? So what happens when it reaches to this particular phase, it will become the phase of the plane will become like this, where like this it will come, isn't it? So it will be the in between of these two hydrogens, right? So that is what here we are projecting the plane while we are taking, right, as it is passing through hydrogens of third atom, third carbon hydrogens H3A and H3B. Thus the plane will be middle for the H1A and H1B. So after all, while we reflect the atoms, right, all the carbons will retain their position as the plane is passing through it, right? And the two of hydrogens H3A and H3B will be also retain their position, where it will be bisects the plane will bisect the atoms into equal halves. While it is reflecting the halves, the atoms will be get retain their position, right? After that, the hydrogens of H1A and H1B, they are reflecting each other, right? Because the plane is in between of these two hydrogen atoms of H1A and H1B, so they can reflect each other to generate this particular configuration, where here H1B and here H1A, right? So after all, thus configuration will generate, and when we compare this particular configuration with the original configuration, reflecting of similar atoms will give you a equivalent configuration, when it is generating equivalent configuration for the plane, then thus the plane will be called as plane of symmetry. And this particular plane of symmetry is a dihedral plane of symmetry, where it will be bisects the angle between two simultaneous C2s, right? So thus representation of the angle of two simultaneous C2s and bisection maybe may not be exactly possible here, right? Just you understand that. So after all, this will be a dihedral plane. One time rotation, one time reflection, it is equivalent configuration. Second time when we go, it will generate a identical configuration. It generates an identical configuration, right? A plane passing with one of the group of hydrogen atom generating a dihedral plane, it can in reversely the other group of the plane when we apply and passing through all the carbon side also we generate the another dihedral plane, isn't it? So with one of the methylene group hydrogens, it is generating a dihedral plane. The other group also can be generate the dihedral plane, right? So thus can be right here like this, where now we are passing a plane through the H1 hydrogens, H1A and H1B, and it passes through all the carbons, and it will be in between of H3 hydrogens, right? H3 hydrogens, H3A and H3B will be having plane in the middle, right? Will have plane in the middle of these two hydrogens, where they two get reflected each other. Then other than that, the hydrogens and carbons will be retain their position. Then when we compare its generated configuration with original configuration, it is an equivalent configuration. So that's how the dihedral plane, another dihedral plane can be generated, and doing second time it will be an identical configuration, right? And the allene will have improper axis. Improper axis is nothing but doing rotation reflection will generate an equivalent configuration. It has S4 improper axis, S41 and S43, where the molecule, right, initially we will do 90 degrees of rotation with the help of an axis passing through all the carbons, right, like this, horizontally taking an axis doing 90 degrees of rotation, right. What happens is the H3A will get the position of this, and H3B will get the position of this, right. The slight shifting will takes place, right, here, like, right, same to that, the H1A will get the position of this, and H1B gets the position of this, right, like this, right. So the carbon may not be changes, the carbon positions may not be changes. This is what it taken. This we should not compare with the original, right. We don't bother about this particular configuration. After the reflection we have to bother. So doing reflection now, for that for which we will be have a plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. Here we have the rotational axis passing through all three carbon atoms horizontally. So we have to take a plane vertically, right? So which passes through vertically like this, which passes through only middle carbon, C2 carbon, right? Thus the plane when we take and apply, right, there what happens, apart from the C2, all the atoms get exchange their position, will changes their position, right. C2 will be bisected into equal halves, left and right, and they reflected each other halves will retain the position, whereas the middle carbons, right, carbon 1 carbon 2 will be the having same distance from the center plane, so they two get reflect each other, and left side will be carbon 3 will come, right side will be carbon 1 will come, right. So and when we have the reflection of hydrogens, right, these two corners of hydrogens get reflected here, right. This particular hydrogen will get reflected here, and this particular hydrogen get reflected here, right. H3A will be here, H3B will be here, right, like this. And H1A gets position of this, when reflect H1A position get reflected here, right. So like this, right. After all, getting reflection, this is the configuration generated. Now this the configuration when we compare with the original, right, the originally with the original configuration, this is a similar configuration, so called equivalent configuration, middle carbons, and these two sides of the left side face having hydrogens, and here the same, and right side would have these two up and down phases, hydrogens it have, and left side it have these two corners, diagonal, these two diagonal corners it has, and here like same, right. So for equivalent configuration, right, continuation of rotation. So rotation followed by reflection generating equivalent configuration, nothing but this particular 90 degrees rotation followed by reflection perpendicular to the rotational axis will be known as fourth fold improper axis, S4. So it is an S41, this will be a S41. Okay, so continuing that, because generating equivalent is not enough, we have to continue till and identical configuration generated. So rotation followed by reflection, again it will be have another equivalent configuration which will be said as S42. There it will be said as S42, and again rotation followed by reflection, another equivalent configuration, there it will be S43. S43, and doing another rotation followed by reflection calls as a S41. S41. So S41 is an generating an identical configuration, right? So overallly, allene molecule will consist identity, one of principal second fold rotational axis, two secondary second fold rotational axis, and two dihedral planes, and two fourth fold improper axis, S41 and S43, right? So overall it has an 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, all the 8 elements. When we have this group in an point group having rotational axis and its fold number, second fold rotational axis, it will be designated with D, right? And principal axis fold number is 2. So far the index of D will be primary index will be having 2, and it having a plane, dihedral plane, so the second designation of D will be D. So overallly the point group will be D to D, D to D. Like this, the allene molecule can be considered as an example for D2D point group, and there we can express the all the elements. Otherwise the allene consisting elements also, here how, here in this way we can express the element, and finally we will distinguish the point group of D2D, right, in the allene molecule. So here I stop the this today's class. By next we will continue another point group. Okay, thank you.